What's going on, everyone? My name is Sherwin and I got my friend Bong with me. He's got the Cybertruck. He has a Cybertruck. He wrapped it himself in white. Now, the reason why he brought his Cybertruck here today is because Hansshow has sent out some running boards that we're going to be checking out and we're going to be putting onto his Cybertruck. We're also going to be checking out another product that Hansshow has sent out. So let's get started. So we're going to check out his Cybertruck. Look at this. First thing right off the bat, boom. His calipers, he painted it himself. I think you did that on the Model Y. You did it on the Model Y too. He painted it himself and he's got the T-Max PPF in satin finish. Look at that. Woo-wee. Did he paint the rear calipers too? Yes, I did. Oh, yes, you did. Look at that. Oh, man. Very nice. Very nice. Might have to have them paint mine. All right. So we're going to be checking out underneath his vehicle. He set it up to the highest ride height. And I'm actually curious because under my Cybertruck, there were already holes without any bolts in it. So we're going to go check that out. All right, so this is a different design from the previous running boards that I installed on mine. This has all the Cybertruck like silhouette logo. It's pretty cool. And the brackets is a little different as well. This one is not like universal or anything. So they are labeled L and R. And they also have like spacers and stuff. So we're gonna take a look and we're gonna check out the installation and start on it. All right, taking a look under his Cybertruck. Yeah, he does have ones without any bolts in it, just like mine. And here is the lift point. We're gonna make sure it doesn't cover it with the brackets. But it's cleaner. His under his Cybertruck is cleaner. I had like purple or pink adhesive gunk on mine. But his doesn't have it. All right, so you need the spacer because it's gonna go into this. These brackets actually are different from the brackets I had in the previous install, and it actually has 2 bolts instead of 1. That's why it's gonna mount with like spacers and stuff, kind of like this. Oops, it'll be like that. So it's going to bolt onto this and onto here. So you have to remove, there's a bolt in here. And he does have the purple gunk too, like mine. I thought he didn't. All right, so a couple of things. So there's 4 brackets on each side. Under the Cybertruck, there's 2 bolts being held on with spacers. And you have to pay a little bit of attention because some of them have numbers on it. Actually, they all have numbers on it. So it tells you which position they are. So like L4, L2, L3, right? Something like that. Yeah. So you just got to match them up with the instructions. Also, the one closest to the front tire, you don't use a spacer. But yeah, check it out. Look at that. Ooh, I likes. Very nice, very nice. All right, we're gonna go to the passenger side and we're gonna install there as well. Yeah, so the closest bracket to the front tire it looks different. It's different than the other ones. So again, pay attention to the manual and make sure you are lining them up, these 4 brackets. All right, so these brackets are actually similar to the Rivian mounting. So they go under and you actually make them go in this way and then turn them and line them up on the holes. Okay, that's okay. There you go. All right, so before we tighten it up, we're just gonna take an extra look at the brackets. So these are the ones in the middle and the back. And the one closest to the tire is a little bit different in design. But you do see the mounting point, or the jack point, lift point is right here. It is not obstructed by any of the brackets, so good job. That is always important to know, because if you ever need to get your wheels and tires serviced or alignment or anything like that, yeah, you need to know that they are accessible. All right, there you have it, folks. Look at that. So this is also non-slip. There's texture on the running boards itself, so it's a good grip. But yeah, and then you can have space between the truck and the running boards itself if you wish, or you could push it in more. It's all up to you. It's very adjustable. So that's it. Let's go take a look from the rear. So from the rear angle, it also looks plush. Look at that. See? Very nice. Ah, yes. All right, so the next item I wanted to share with you all is the seat covers from Hansshow. These are Napa leather. They're breathable. They are waterproof. And right here is the front seat covers. It's like a set of 9 or 10 different pieces, but it covers all the seats, the center console, the armrest, pretty much everything. Now, I do have tactical gray interior, so I'm curious as to how these will look. I've seen some with the white interior and they look great. I don't know why Tesla did not offer white seat with white interior. Tesla, why did you do that? If you were getting the Foundation series, they should have at least included the white seat colors. So I don't know, but I do like the lighter color interior, so I'm a bit curious as to how these are going to work. So these do come with like a bag of stuff. There is white gloves. There are these round, I guess they're for like fastening things, and hooks are the front seat covers. They have the Cybertruck logo on there. There are stitched on there. Looks really nice. There is perforation on these so that when you have the ventilated seats or the heated seats, that they will continue to work. Now, there are little label tags here that says airbag side. And so that way, if the airbags do deploy, it's lined up correctly so that they continue to work. All right, so these are the rest of the pieces. I think there's like 9 or 10 of them, but see, these are the ones for the cup holders, the center console like armrest, and for the seats themselves in the rear. It's like 9 or 10 pieces, but I've been having them out in the sun. It was suggested to have them out in the sun. All right, so what you want to do first is install the seat part, not the back seat. And this is actually, it's kind of like a seat cover also, and there are straps underneath the seat itself, and I had to loosen it up. I didn't want to remove, because there was like a wire looped in there through the strap. It's not a it's one strap holding down I don't know how, it's hard to explain, but I loosened it up. I removed it from the clips. There's 2 clips. And so what happens is when you do that, you can use this tool to feed the seat cover straps. But the problem is this is the seat cover, the Tesla one for the seat. Is it a seat cover? I don't know. But see how my kids dirty it up here already? So I already see the benefits of having a seat cover. But you can lift this once you loosen up the strap or unhook it, and you'll feel the tip of that tool, and you can get the strap to be fed through, and you're gonna go to the front. So let's go for that. All right, so once again, use this tool to tuck in the edges. Now there are these little tabs here that's gonna help it from popping up. So just depending on how your seat is, I mean, it could be a tighter or looser. The passenger side is actually a little bit looser as far as between the seat itself and the plastic, this guy. So you just gotta shove that sucker in there to make it fit. So there are these areas right here, see that, where you can use the tool to push down on. All right, just to give you a closer look, airbag side tag here, there is a hole. So when the airbags deploy, the airbags come out of here. There is also a zipper on the side to help with putting these on. But they just go over like that. All right, there are two loops here. This is behind the driver's seat. We're gonna use a clip. And we just find a spot to hook to. There you go, that's where we hook to. Don't have to hook there exactly, just find a spot where it doesn't impede onto other wirings or stuff. All right, so we got the front seats done. We are now at the rear seats again. I would start with the seat itself and do the back part next. Hopefully this is gonna be a little bit more simpler than the front seat ones, but you should raise up your seat. That way you can just kind of just loop it through with all these straps in there. So that's what we're gonna do. Okay, so we have the back seat installed. What you want to do is get the seat belts out so that it's not covered by the seat cover. These two right here, make sure they are out. The back is a lot simpler to install, but we're going to do these cup holders next. The installation in the front is probably the more complicated. I mean, it's not too hard, but just takes more work. The rear ones are a lot simpler, a lot quicker, but we're gonna take a close look at like the fit, and maybe it's just how I installed it, and there's also an issue I ran into that I'm gonna warn you. But yeah, let's go. First, we'll start off with the front seats. All right, so here is the driver's side seat, and I mean, it seems to fit okay, but what I do notice is there's a little bit of bulginess. See, as you can see right here, and over here as well. So it's not like skin tight or tight fit, but that just makes installation simpler, because if it was tighter, it's going to make things a lot more difficult. And the material has to be different because it has to be more stretchable. So this is Napa leather, and so yeah, that's the best it could do. I tucked in the edges right here. Now there are some of these if you're picky about it, but I think the instructions or on the web page, it says you could use like a steamer to get the wrinkles out. I'm not sure if that's what they're referring to as a wrinkle, but it's not fully covering everything. As you can see here, you can still see this part of the seat. Again, it could be just how I installed it, but yeah, this one was a little more time needed in the front seat, because the seat itself behind it has like a cover, and you have to remove the strap just to gain access to loop the strap underneath the seat itself. So now we have the center console. The center console is fairly simple and self-explanatory. There's just a strap, the stretchable strap that it just inserts in there. Now everywhere that items touch each other, like for instance this seat cover and the center console cover, they do rub against each other. So opening this up is a little, not really too tight, but noticeably tighter, but it isn't like it's gonna prevent you from opening it or anything. Now it happens on both sides. All right, we are in the passenger side, and again, I tucked in here. This one fits a little bit better than the driver's side. Less like bulginess, or I don't know what the word is. You know what I'm talking about, right? I do have to tighten this part down. There is a loop strap here that I can use a clip, but just wanted to give you just an overall view. I really do like the stitching on this with the Cybertruck logo. Check that out. Perforation on the back seat as well as on the seat itself. We're gonna be driving around with this on, and hopefully it doesn't affect the ventilated seat feature. Again, there is a hole here for your airbags to function as expected. So make sure that it is in the correct spot, correct side. The airbags are next to the windows. For the rear was simpler because all you had to do was lift these seats up and run the straps through. Fairly easy. Okay, so now this, see how it kind of pops out a little bit? It's like it's breathing. It's breathing. So I have to tighten that up a little bit. There are like straps down here that I could just use a clip for, but I just want to test it out real quick. So again, where pieces touch each other, like this comes down, you have to realize that it's just leather pieces touching each other. So when this slides down, you know, it's on each other. Now there is nothing to keep this like strapped on, so it will be flapping. I don't know how I feel about that, but this is the rear seats. You got your access to the cup holders. Now the cup holders are round and not the Cybertruck, like is it hexagon? Also, I don't think you could raise these the headrest because it's already covered. Now it's kind of loose there also, but yeah. So I didn't think it would look nice with a tactical gray, but I actually do like it. It looks nice. It looks nicer when you have the white interior. But yeah, I think it looks really nice also with tactical gray. Sitting on it, it does feel comfortable, soft. I don't feel much of a difference from the original one, although it's only been a few minutes since I've sat here. I mean, as far as looks, I like it. Again, initial thoughts and impressions. I may not use this because as I'm opening it, it just, I don't know, it just rubs on each other. The center one, I may not use it either. I'm not sure. But we'll see what Abby thinks about it. Again, I do like the looks, but it has to be functional, and it shouldn't affect the other functionalities of the vehicle because we put these covers on. So hopefully things work out. All right, so last night we drove it. We went to go get some dinner. I touched the part of the seat covers and they were cooling, except the areas like my hamstring area and my leg. And I realized maybe it's because I was wearing sweats and that they're thick and that it takes a lot more to ventilate that part of my leg, I guess. So today we're actually heading out to our friend Nico's grand opening. He opened up a new facility. So it's about a 30-mile drive each way. We're gonna go check it out. Abby is just grabbing a gift to bring. And we're gonna be checking it out. Let's see what she thinks. And then I'm wearing different clothing today, so it wasn't as cold as it was last night, but we do have cloudy weather today. So let's see. I have it in 2 bacon strips. And so that's something I've noticed, that I have to go 1 bacon strip up. All right, we have arrived here at Ranch Sports Facility in Chino. As far as those seats, I'm still adjusting to it, but we're gonna be hanging out here for a few hours, try to get a couple of games in if we can. It's gonna be an open run, and there's some food. So you know me, I'm always down to get some food. All right, so here are my final thoughts on the Cybertruck seat covers. I'm gonna give you the good and the needs improvement because I didn't really think there was anything I would consider bad. So here are a list of good things that I've noticed. The stitching looks really good. The Cybertruck like writing or logo looks really nice on there. The leather feels good. It's soft, it's comfortable. You know, the owner of the truck allows her children, her kids, to eat inside the truck. If it were me, I'd have been like, no food. So that's a good thing because if they get messy, it's on the seat covers and they are easy to clean. Now, for the list of needs improvement here, if you're like me and you're like sensitive to heat, you're gonna notice that you're gonna have to raise the bacon strips higher. I normally use 1 to 2 bacon strips, but now it's like 2 to 3 bacon strips for the ventilated seat settings, because I want to feel the coolness of the seat. So you are covering things. It is breathable, but I do notice me bumping up the bacon strips a little higher than what I normally do. Now we are in the winter time in California, for whatever that means to y'all, because we don't have real winters in California. But I do notice cranking up the bacon strips on the ventilated seats with the seat cover. So just want to share that with you. Now, when I do touch the material of the seat, they do get cool. They do get cool. So it's just, I think I'm just a little bit more sensitive to just heat. I get hot a lot more and a lot quicker than many. I don't know. Now I'm gonna give you some other thoughts. There were some smell, like a new smell, like a brand new smell. Now I did leave it out in the sun for about a day, and after installing, the smell went away. I think about 2 days, because I don't notice it anymore. But I just want to mention that to you all, that there is some kind of a new smell to it. The color is great. As you can see, I'm in the Model Y studios. I like the different color options that Tesla has. So all of my cars have been not black interior. The only one black interior we had is Abby's first Model Y, the 7-seater. That was black interior, but everything else is either white or cream. We like lighter color interior. I mentioned it earlier in this video, just wondering why Tesla did not have the option to have white seats. There's white interior, but not white seats. So if you guys know the reason why they did that, let me know, because maybe they just want manufacturing of the Cybertruck simpler in the beginning and they'll probably have white seats in the future. Who knows? So at this time of the year, with ventilated seats functionality, I'm running it at 2 to 3 bacon strips when normally I'm at 1 to 2. Let's see what happens in the summertime, but until then we're gonna just keep using it. But yeah, let me know what you all think. I hope there's gonna be different color combinations, maybe something more that matches the tactical gray, like a black and gray combination. Oh, that would be so sweet. Hansshow, that's just a suggestion. But yeah, go check it out. I have the Amazon affiliate links in the video description below. Hansshow, thank you once again for sending these out for me to share and check out as well. Thank you for watching. If you liked the video, please like. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.